NIO with 6,200 insurance registrations for the week of April 14th through the 20th. That's for both brands, Onvo and NIO both. By the way, if you didn't know, I looked back at the insurance registration data. I've been tracking it for the last couple of years. This is a top 5 weekly number. And also of note, if we look at just the Onvo L60 numbers, it's typically the third full week in the month, which we would get data for next week. That usually shows the bigger numbers from Onvo. So if we're going to see an uptick, I expect it to be that week. So we could have bigger numbers ahead, in line with what William Lee suggested, that soon we would start seeing 9,000 on the weekly numbers. To date, I think we've only had 1 week where that happened, where there was over 10,000. That was the end of the year 2024. By the way, this is a weekly breakdown of the models. I was curious about the ET9. I think there will be a lot more of those that we'll see in the month of April. So end of month numbers will be reported May 1st. That's going to be fun to track and see if NIO shares how many ET9s they've delivered by that time. Stepping out and looking a little bit bigger picture, if we look back at 2024, for example, this is BEV, battery electric vehicle brands and the rankings across all brands. NIO, this year in 2025, we'll have Firefly with deliveries in this price range, the 100,000 to 200,000 RMB price range. The Onvo will have more sales and deliveries in this price range. So it wouldn't surprise me if we see NIO move up there. And then also with the refreshes and perhaps some repricing, including the ET9, which should come in this price range, the 500,000 RMB and above. NIO already looking really strong in the BEV side of the upper price range. Here's kind of the important takeaway that I've been tracking, and I don't know how many people are aware of it, is the highest price, meaning the premium, the 300,000 RMB price range and above. That price range is the slowest to move over to BEVs. There is still a heavy number of sales going to gas, like let's say to Audi, to BMW, to Mercedes. And so NIO, although they are outselling all 3 of those brands combined on the BEV side of the business, because I think there's only about 20% market penetration from the ICE over to BEV and that highest price kind of subsegmented piece of the industry, I think NIO still is very well positioned to take even more of it. We'll see what happens. And I do think one advantage or thing that could help is the sub-brands and the NIO DNA getting more market awareness. I still think that there are people even within China who don't have the familiarity with NIO as a brand just yet. And so I do think more time is actually important. I'm hoping this year of 2025 can be the pivotal year where NIO will truly achieve that market awareness, that brand awareness, not just for NIO, but also with Firefly and Onvo coming online and delivering. But thanks for stopping by. Happy Tuesday to you. I'll see y'all again very soon.